stretching and yawning. Go drain my dick, then roll a split. Outside is looking gorgeous. Today is new, nothing to lose. Red bone and roux. She grabbed my pickle, no stew. She gave me stew. What's the agenda? Better hit up the plug. He say you only got a dub, then you only got a dub. What the fuck? Am I dealing with a scrub? Now that shit funny like last name of Doug. In that call with Kanye shrug. It's alright, we finna turn up. Day one came through with way more bud. Yup. I am gone. This ain't new though. Let's get through it like judo. This is what we do. Smoking on Pepe Le Pew. Don't hate on me, I'm like crew. Stop trying to lose and get loose. What a life. Feeling right. It's a vibe, yeah. It's a vibe, yeah. Free my mind. Took a flight. Best part of the night. It's a vibe, yeah. It's a vibe, yeah. Free my mind.
Yo, wake up, hit the canvas. Yeah. All day in pajamas. Know my vape is hitting, cause I'm about to hit the kitchen. Yeah, money on the mental. I get money out the pencil. I get money off the gab, and it's the only time I brag. Yo, rock the Emmys in my locks for years. Yo, I see the future and it's crystal clear. Sky's the limit? Nah, mine's the limit. The soul infinite, yeah. Out the box or in it, yeah. Type of shit I'm on, yeah. Cause my blunt's along. And my heart is open, close the door, this shit is potent. Hope you find a way, as the music play. You could win tomorrow, or get yours today.
What a life. Feeling right. It's a vibe, yeah. It's a vibe, yeah. Free my took a flight. Best part of the night. It's a vibe, yeah. It's a vibe, yeah. Free my mind. Alright. Hippie mood, I'm free. You can't kill my vibe. Not even low key. I don't pop pills cause of voodoo. I ain't judging, so go do what you do. She thick like peanut butter. She popped them pills like Ushers. I drank then drank another. It helped me dance like Usher. This vibe is all that. All caps.
Welcome to Chicks and Flicks. Thank you for joining us tonight. I have the goddess in the building.
Hey. I'm a little bit everywhere.
I have
like
the
this.
boss. Yes, thank you. I'm going to start dragging you around with me. Don't you worry.
Good. You're my inspiration. I want to be like you one day, all over the place. Book signings, movies, all of that. Thank you.
Be quiet. Thank you very much. Let me bask in a little bit of compliment. I mean, jeez.
I'm actually going to behave today.
Thank you.
It's not happening. It's going to be as we always do. How's everyone doing today? Thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Those who may not know who this lovely young lady is, this is our goddess. She has her own show with us that airs every Saturday, 7-ish.
Yeah, 7-ish.
7-ish.
Yes.
It's pretty much, I guess, similar to what happens here. It's
Yes.
like 7-ish, whatever. Where she gives you an adult, not raunchy, we're talking about adult conversation on relationships, sexual advice, relationship advice. And she actually does have her degrees. They'll break it down to everyone. Your,
all right.
List.
Graduated with my bachelor's degree in psychology 2015. Set to graduate 2019 of May with my master's in psychology, sexology. Ultimately, I want to be a sex therapist once I finish school. But I do counsel couples right now that are in need of marriage counseling, couples counseling, anger management, things of that nature. So it's pretty cool.
So doesn't that go hand in hand, like anger management and a wife? Like,
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
Not
I think
always
everybody
acting up and shit.
I think everybody, once they get married, should join some type of counseling.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to do so. A lot of us think that we're fixing our problems by being married, but without like good direction and someone good to talk to, a lot of times they end up in failure, unfortunately. So,
is there any particular type of counseling that people should look for, or what would, in your opinion, what would be the best kind of, or Does it depend on how long you've been together, or
The best type of counseling to get very early on is financial counseling. This is something that's brand new.
That's
you guys
a good
need to learn how to manage things as a married couple, and now together, joint bank accounts.
yeah, don't ever do that shit.
Nah.
ever.
Listen, from what I understand, when you get married, you're supposed to have a joint account.
Well, the joint bank account's supposed to be for the bills.
Right.
The joint bank account ain't for us to spend.
Right.
The joint bank account, depending on whatever the two of you decide, okay, I'm going to take care of this bill, I'm going to take care of this insurance or whatever situation may be, and everyone has a direct deposit go to that one account and then have everything taken out of their cable bills, cell phone bills, whatever that situation may be, as far as like I said, the togetherness, the business, that to me is a joint account.
Yeah.
Not I want a fucking pair of shoes, a nice little bag.
Well, I think if you have a joint account and that there's money going in for certain bills, there's always going to be a little bit over. Because I would say round it up a little bit so that you can surprise your girl or your wife one day and say, hey, there's an extra $100 in there. Go treat yourself to something.
Fuck no.
Listen, that would
Or
be ideal.
I think that if you guys put money in there also, I mean, well, you should have a savings account as well. But, I mean, that could be towards a trip.
That would be nice.
Short trip. So you guys are putting that money in every month and you're not even thinking about it. And then you go to Atlantic City for a weekend. It doesn't have to be something big, and it's not like you coming out your pocket.
Right.
It's already in there.
Well, I mean, that's what I think your personal is for. Like, if I want to buy you something, I'm going to buy you something. You know, I always think it's better for it to come from me. Or, you know, hey, if you want to leave I don't know, because some women take that shit personal. Like, you leave $100 on the nightstand with them, you're a smut bitch now. You know, so it depends on the kind of young lady you're dealing with. Like, you can leave a little note, hey, go ahead and get your,
I don't think
get your mani-pedi done or whatever.
That.
No, I'm saying it depends on the individual, because, you know, different women like different things, and men vice versa. I do think, like, to prevent from the financial situations, because I don't care what people say, the number one thing is in relationships is sex and money.
Yeah.
Right.
And, you know, there's a way. I don't believe a person should know what a person makes in a relationship. I don't care what you make. Just put your money forth, whatever the bill is supposed to be.
We talking about relationship or a marriage?
Right.
If you live together, you fucking married. I don't give a fuck you got a piece of paper or nothing. Because
So
you're
why
living
can't
that.
she know what you make?
I don't think it's anyone's business. This is me. As long as you're taking care of what you need to take care of. I don't like having people count other
He
people's
makes
money.
me worry. I'm worried.
Like, I shouldn't
me
count your
worry.
money. You shouldn't be counting
It's
mine.
not about counting. If the person that you're with, you know that they're not with you for the money.
Right.
Then sharing what you make isn't a threat because they're not after your
Sharing.
money. Sharing what you make only lets them know that you are their friend.
Friend.
Because look,
Motherfucker, we fucking.
doesn't your friend? No, seriously.
I know what
Your
you're saying.
friend will know what you make. You might talk to your friend
Nah, I
and
don't-
say,
I
"This is
keep
what
my
I
shit
make."
separate. Like, everybody know I'm a unique individual. Like, no one knows what I make. That's none of your business. You know, if we're business partners or whatever, as long as I'm taking care of my part of whatever I need to do, cool. I just think people look forward to stuff a little too much. Like, if I'm going to do for you, I'm going to do for you. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't matter what I make, how much I make, especially depending on the type of gifts I can or can't get you. If the kind of gifts you want is something that I am unable to provide for you, then obviously we shouldn't be together.
No, but they say if you give a woman a house, she'll make a home. You give her some
her
sperm,
a house.
she'll make a baby. So if you give a woman your salary, she's gonna help you double it. You know, she's gonna
What's
help
good,
you
Goddess?
do
How
the
you
right
doing?
thing
We
with
have
your
another
money.
Goddess.
Oh, hey,
Okay,
Goddess.
hey, Goddess.
That
You know
felt
what I'm
weird.
saying? She's going to help you. If she's your helpmate, you should never feel threatened about anything with your woman. If
Of course not.
so then you with the wrong woman if you don't feel like you could share that
Wow,
with her.
what
What
she-
is she gonna do? Stick you up?
Listen,
Ain't no stick
What's she
me up,
gonna
but it ain't none of her
do?
business.
If she know?
if you're in a married relationship, if there are two different paychecks coming in, if everybody is doing everything jointly, I don't recommend having separate accounts. I recommend having one joint account.
You looking at a dude driving off a bridge or some shit like
I don't know if that you can't have your own account because that's the whole problem with men. They feel like we take their whole life over.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm
not
not
like a
saying
crime for you to have your own account, but and maybe I don't need to know exactly what you have in that account. I'll just when the bank statement comes in.
Right? You see her face? This is what I'm saying.
When
You don't
the
want
bank
nobody.
statement comes
you don't want
in,
anyone counting your
I'm
money.
gonna know. So
No, but okay, but we all know, and I'm not to toot my own horn, but women are a lot better when it comes down to finances, saving, things of that nature. In my opinion, I've talked to a lot of married couples, and the biggest argument is my wife overspends, or
Right.
my wife does this or my wife does that, and I get it, but at the same time, if there are discussions between the husband and the wife that are putting money into a joint account, and
Right.
if the bills are being paid and everything else, and if there's something left, I do suggest that they go out and do something together. I don't suggest that it's like a selfish thing. The man would be upset if his wife goes out and buys a $300 purse, just as well as the wife would be upset if the guy goes out and gambles all the money away.
I mean, absolutely right, which is why you can gamble your money away. It's your money in your account. You don't have to worry. And again, like I said, you take that financial problem or issue out of the equation. It's in your account. It's your money. Spend whatever the hell you want, however you want. As long as we know our bills, because my definition of rich is bills paid, food in the house.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people think rich is money in the pocket, flashing. I got this nice little C-class outside, ain't paid rent in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So it's other situations. Nah, they ain't walking. They just don't have a place to fucking live, or they sleeping on somebody's couch.
I talk shit about people who got iPhones that be outside walking. I do.
I don't have an
That's a
issue
problem
with
for
that
me.
because that's this day and age, and especially if you're in the city.
I mean, your phone costs more than a rent might be.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Well, I
like,
don't know. These motherfuckers is leasing the shit out of shit now. You know what I mean? Paying a little $20 a month. You know what I mean? But it's just more again, like say, if you take the financial problems or issues out of the equation, I think that would make one less argument that would occur. Again, I can't say, well, why did you go do this when it was your money to do it? Or I had something planned for that money that I didn't discuss with you, whatever it is, and the money was spent, and then that creates an argument because, okay, I wanted to do something for us, but I didn't let you know, and I wanted a surprise, and you went and did something, now I can't do it.
You ever been married?
Yes.
You have. Have you ever been married?
No.
Me neither. I think the reason why I've never been married is because I'm selfish. I cannot, once you get to the point where everything becomes a shared thing, that's at the point in your life when you're ready to become a married person. Until then, it's just not there.
Well, I would say that, yeah. If until you're ready to turn me into we, you're not ready for a relationship.
Right. So if it's a we, then why are we separating bank accounts?
Because it's your money.
Oh, come
Our
on.
we is the joint bank account. We take care of what we need to take care of.
Yeah.
I'm never going to change on that. It's just how it is. He's always going to be stickler with her stuff. But no, I understand. Every
I'm
situation
not
is
married.
different.
I've been engaged 4 times, but I'm not married because I act like a damn wife when I should be acting like a girlfriend. And then at the end of the day,
How
it's
you
like,
act like a
why
wife
do I need
instead
to?
of- what's the difference?
Because I do all the things that a wife should do when I'm in a relationship, and they tell you don't do that because then the guy he gets comfortable with that, and it's no more left
So
to
marriage
do.
to you is an important thing.
Marriage is very important. Yes.
So it didn't matter if you and this person treated you like the queen you deserve to be. You know what I mean? Accepted you, your kids, your family, all the other stuff, but he just didn't want to get married. Would that be a problem for you?
Eventually, yes.
Okay, understood. Got it.
But
Yeah.
I'm not forcing anybody to marry.
No, I'm not for it because my thing is, I think a lot of times, and it happens to majority of men. Men hate marriage because majority of the women look at marriage as the finish line. I didn't say you. I said the majority of them because it happens. And there are so many married men out here fucking other women right now because women, vice versa. Because people got married and they got comfortable. All right, well, I already did everything I did. We're married.
Right.
Why do I have to continue it?
Well, that's what I mean. That's
Well, that's what
why
I'm
I
saying.
said
So it's just, to
married.
me, it's just more lines of like, if you are happy and everything is good, why change it? And that's the thing I think people find too much because we're
Because
worried
it's a
about.
beautiful
thing.
thing.
It's a
Like, I'm
commitment
glad
thing.
I haven't
I am
been married
committed
to
to
this
you. If
point.
I'm committed to
I'm
you-
so glad
Okay,
that I
so-
haven't been married because I'm not divorced, because I would be divorced.
Right.
So marriage means so much to
Would.
me that I'd rather wait until it's the right way that it's supposed to be.
Right.
So I can't, I'm looking forward to be like my husband. This guy was on Facebook and he just got married and he was like my wife. He said, I'm going to my wife everybody to death. There is something special about that, being able to finally have that person that
title.
Yes,
Like
that
that
title
name.
that
We all
that
want it.
separates you from every other girlfriend and boyfriend and fiance that
Yes.
you ever had.
Yes.
That is the pinnacle. And you should wait until you're sure. That
Yes.
all these people married and sleeping with other people, that's a travesty.
Listen.
Like, seriously. You either don't get married, but it's too late, so you're married now. Are you going to do this for the rest of your marriage? Like, it's just okay? I would think it should be an error, not a regular thing.
Listen, I said if I wasn't married by 35, I was gonna be a big asshole. And you know what? Less headache, less stress. I got my whole tendencies going on. I'm smiling, but I still, at the end of the day, want to have that title. I still want to be given that.
Me too.
That respect by somebody like, yo, that's my wife right there.
Yes, because it's a different way that men treat. Even if he's a dirty dog, at the end of the day, a lot of men won't even. They'll do everything, but when it comes to talking about his wife or the way that he, presents his wife, is still that level of she's on a pedestal.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
Who gonna marry
Understood.
me?
Aww. I want to get married too.
All I say is if E would just open up her inbox right now. All right, so. Exactly. All right, y'all, we're going to just run straight through. We're not going to cut it off. Let's jump straight into it. E?
All right. So last night we did touch on the amount of senseless and personal killings that are going on.
Yeah.
There's a guy who killed his mother and sister over not being able to use the car. There's a guy who killed his girlfriend and her son over switching the channel from football game. And here we have a guy who was locked up for choking his girlfriend. And she continued to communicate with him while he was in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came out, he stabbed her daughter to death. And he called her and said, look at what you made me do. So this is the thing. Not just guys, but a lot of guys will have in their mind a vendetta against you and you will have no idea. Like, in his mind, he was probably talking to her. She's coming to prison. She's giving him a commissary, whatever, calling her. But in the back of his mind, he's like, I'm going to get this bitch back for putting me here. Not, I was wrong for choking her and got myself in prison. It's nobody's taking responsibility. You know what I mean? So in order for whatever nights that he was in there, maybe he got raped. I don't know what happened, but whatever reason why he was so angry towards her, he held that and decided he's going to hurt her to the core, like to come out and kill her daughter.
How long was he in there?
Wasn't in
A
there too
year or
long.
so. Not
Wasn't in there
long,
too
not
long.
long. A year or two, maybe.
Her first mistake was still dealing with the dude after he had already put hands on her. As a woman and a mother with 3 daughters myself, one of the biggest things for me is protecting them against, if he's violent towards you and he's supposed to be the man who loves you and that's who you're with, and he's doing that to you. Obviously, there's no love, there's no respect. It's not as much as, she may have thought. And the outcome is, now this. She should have never had anything to do with him. Let him go to jail for doing what he did. Go about your business. Heal and learn from it.
Well, what happens when a woman is aggressive and physical? Because I've been aggressive and physical in a
That's
relationship.
how I am too. I whoop ass.
So, and it's hard for a woman to say, because of all the women that have been abused and murdered or maimed or killed, stabbed, whatever. It's hard to sit and say, well, I don't feel like I was physically abused because I started the fight or I hit him first, or he may have just restrained me and I was the one throwing blows. You know what I mean? So does that mean that ultimately I would harm his children? No, I wouldn't. I was just mad and I have anger issues. You know what I mean? So it's like we never know that one person that's going to take it that far. We don't, because it's one thing to me, it's one thing for a man to beat on you, and it's another thing for you to have a fight. It's a difference. Because y'all can fight, and it doesn't mean that he's abusing you. It doesn't mean that he's smacking you when you come home, or he's not even the type of physical person. So I don't know that you always know that.
You got telltale
This
signs.
different from what he did. He choked her up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's something different.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I can't sit here and say that I haven't had a problem with my hands.
I have.
That's the
I
truth.
definitely have.
Yeah.
But the only problem that I've had with my hands were as a result of years and years of taking the abuse and finally doing the Tina Turner thing and whooping ass. You know, like how she did it. That was me in my situation, in my case. You know, and that's how I did it. But there's always telltale signs. Number one, a man should never put his hands on a woman.
Right.
Physically, y'all are stronger than us. Yes.
I mean,
not
if
unless
a
it's
man
sexual.
okay, so if a woman initiates if she hits the man first, like I said, he might restrain you. He may not punch you. He may not do anything. He might just do something to stop you from being aggressive to him.
Right.
But if your son is with a girl and they're teenagers or whatever, and she smacks him in his face,
What
are you gonna say?
I talked about this
yeah,
on
I'm
one of my
just saying.
shows. My
What are you gonna say?
my 20-year-old son, was messing with a girl. I'm sitting on First Street, 1 o'clock in the morning one night, at a light. I see my son come peeling around the corner, going 50 miles per hour. His girlfriend beating the hell out of him. I did a U-turn and pulled up behind him, and I went and approached that girl. Like, what are you doing? Now, if my son smacks the hell out of you or hurts you, I don't want to hear nothing. From what I saw, she was hitting him, and my son was protecting himself while trying to drive.
Right.
The advice I gave my son was to leave that
her
girl alone.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did. You know, we push y'all men, but at the same time, no matter how much we push you,
We can't beat you.
we can't beat
Yeah.
you. You're stronger than
can't.
us. So there's no reason.
Y'all could take the smacks.
Exactly. Take it.
All right. I believe abuse is abuse, male or female. I think, unfortunately, women cross a lot of lines. I'm not saying that was the case in this particular situation, but a woman can't expect to put her hands on a man and not expect him to protect himself in return. And I understand what you're saying, because I remember me and my son's mother, we had a lot of fucking fights, but I didn't abuse her. You know what I mean? I just had to let her know you're out your motherfucking mind.
Right.
Go somewhere, certain situations. But I think, unfortunately, we know what we're going through in a relationship. Whether we choose to ignore or we think we can't find better, we don't deserve better. Also, when there's a child in the house, I think, unfortunately, especially when it's the female, you have to realize this is what you are teaching your children, male or female.
Right.
What is tolerated, because you're still there, you're still accepting it.
Yeah.
So this is what they're growing up believing a functional household is supposed to exist of. Now, this man physically laid hands on you. Now, I'm not sure what county this was, but usually Chicago. Okay. Usually physical abuse, it's like 6 months. But then there's some other shit on your record, yeah, you'll do a little more. But the fact that this man pretty much choked her, to the fact that I guess she almost lost her life, and she still interacted with the individual, is an issue. It's a problem.
Right.
Yeah. And I always say it starts in her home, the way she was raised, and the things that she saw during her life. To the fact that now you have a daughter, 12 years old, being stabbed, telling him, "Please, Daddy, don't."
That's devastating.
That is horrible.
Like that shit shook me when I'm reading it.
Right.
Like, holy shit, like she's screaming this and he's still
stabbing
commencing. And the fact that she looked at this man who wasn't her father as her
Daddy.
father.
Yeah.
Right.
And whatever he was going through, it got him to the point to where he would physically, not a little spanking, a little smack, a pluck, because that's what I used to do with my son. My son despised plucks when he was young. So all I had to do was give him a pluck, and that shit would irritate the shit out of him, but it stopped him from doing a lot of things. She felt comfortable enough, I guess, leaving, but then you have a man who, you know, you've been with this man in ways and situations that your daughter hasn't. So if you've seen him snap, you know what type of person this gentleman is.
Right.
And for whatever reason, he felt that he needed to get her. And he got her by killing her daughter. He only got 60 years. And I'm like, only, yes. Only.
I think the question with all of these stories that I have is what is making people respond that way? And we talked about some of the things. So, I mean, obviously this is not a normal person with a normal reaction to something, right?
I can tell you right now, this man grew up in a rough childhood, probably didn't have one of the parents or both of the parents are there, maybe they're drug addicts or whatever, so he didn't really, unfortunately, it sounds funny, but a lot of people these days don't know what the fuck love is.
No, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they really don't know what love is. Love don't hurt. I don't care if someone tell you I did it because I loved you. That shit, no. Love don't hurt. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be caring, loving, cheerful, something you would want to run home to, something you want to be a part of on a regular basis, something you want on a consistent basis. And again, I'm sorry, someone choking me the fuck out almost killing me, non-sexual, because that almost happened once.
Me too.
Non-sexual is a problem that you would think that, okay, the fact that someone tried to end my life, I still want to be in something with this person. That's fucking scary. Like, serious.
It could be insecurity. It could be security.
I think if somebody brings that out of you, because it's like, okay, if that's the reaction that you have from dealing with somebody, you probably shouldn't be with them because that's what they're bringing out of you. Mm-hmm. It's a volatile situation.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So you have to the victim and the aggressor both have to look at it and say, this is what I can be brought to from dealing with this person. Listen, I don't want to be in a fight with somebody. I want to be happy. So at the end of the day, we're not good for each other.
Exactly.
Whether we think we love each other or not, that's not the way that I want to have a relationship.
Right.
So
I think a lot of times
I don't think she should have continued to see him.
Absolutely not. We don't look at relationships as a whole. Relationships these days, or not even back in the days, but a lot of relationships are pretty much put into two categories: physical or financial. All right, physicality is really good. I don't want to give that up. Person got a lot of money, buy me a lot of gifts. I don't want to give that up. So we deal with the other issues and problems in that, like a relationship.
Or if you look at them, it probably was, we're both going through hell and we want to go through hell with somebody. Like sometimes people are so low. No, but I'm saying people are going through so much in their life that they don't realize he can't help me and I can't help him. But they stick. It's like crackheads. You ain't never seen no crackheads break up. They stay together. They stay together because they both understand the struggle that they're in. They fight. They get high together. They both, when one wants to stop, the other one is smoking. The other one like, let's stop. The other. So I think that it's a very negative and unhealthy environment. But if you're already at a place in your life, like you said, where you don't know what love is, you're going to misconstrue it every time. And you're going to stick to that person because their language is the same language as yours. So y'all going to kill each other. Somebody going to die.
Importantly, what everybody needs to realize is before you love somebody else and give somebody else, you got to love yourself. Right. And if you do not love yourself, then
you're going to attract that.
Exactly.
That's right.
You're going to end up with these type of men. You're going to accept it.
And you're going to think it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with that. I just think, a lot of times, we don't want to be happy. I think being happy is one of the scariest things on the face of this earth. Fuck having a shotgun in your face, a lot of stuff, because when you're in a good relationship, we self-sabotage.
I don't believe that shit.
Well,
maybe
damn,
I've never been in a good relationship.
And we ain't argue yet, and we've been like dating for 6 months. Like, I can't tell this person really love me because we ain't argue yet. Now you want to start doing little shit to argue. You know what I mean? We start pulling little dumb, stupid shit out of the woodwork. But again, I say, even if you are unfamiliar with love is, the fact that there's 24 hours in a day, and if you're not happy those 24 hours, then you're not in a good relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
And whether it's, physical or financial, I think it has to be a whole thing. You have to find someone that understands the things you like and that's willing and able to give you the things you, I don't want to say you feel you deserve, because a lot of people feel they deserve a lot of shit.
That they don't.
They don't. And I always say, my thing is, and I know a lot of people be mad at, I won't buy anybody anything they can't afford themselves.
Okay.
So that face.
That makes sense.
That's just me.
But it does. It makes sense.
That's just me. Thank you. Appreciate it. But to me, it's just, more lines of never stop dating each other. The moment you stop dating each other in a relationship, those are the issues, those are problems. You get comfortable. People feel, we're flawed beings. So people always want to feel that they are still valued to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Now, I shouldn't have to say I love you 5,000 times a fucking day, but it's just more lines of my actions. I don't give a fuck what you say or tell me with your words. It's what your actions are showing me.
Yeah.
Right.
Your actions showing me that you care. And like I said, I don't care if you bought me a 10-cent penny candy or something that I love and I appreciate. To me, that means more. Rub my feet. I wash the clothes, you clean the house. You clean the kitchen, I'll cook. It's something. We feed off each other, because we season food. so, it's just more lines of, I think in this situation, I'm going to find out where this gentleman's held. I got something for somebody's commissary. I'm so fucking serious. He didn't take it out on a woman. He took it out on a woman's child.
Crazy.
And
That's
Chi-Town
crazy.
is, nice little place. So I don't care what you, repping, whatever. I'll get somebody to get in contact with you.
We're going to get in touch with Man Williams. Shout out to Man Williams from last night. He's a dancer. And he's from Chicago, so we're going to get some inside information.
Goddess says, there should be more good days than bad days. I agree with you, but I don't. There should be no bad days.
Exactly.
Now, and this is
possible.
No,
That's not realistic.
Let me break it down. Let me break it down. Because it happens a lot of times. We get into an argument and then we forget we're in a relationship. Now, we may not be getting along right now. We may not be on the best page right now, but we are still in a relationship. So I'm still going to cook. I'm still going to clean. I'm still going to bust that ass. Like, there are certain things I'm still going to consist of and still do because we are still in a relationship. So I don't think there are no such thing as bad days. Hey, we may need a little time to ourselves. Okay, like we get home from work, unwind. Let your hair down. Take a shower, whatever you need to do. All right, so now let's, you got the work off you, like people pissed you off.
Right.
You need to vent or whatever situation may be. All right, let's cool. As long as it ain't that repeative shit. Like, I ain't having the same conversation with you on a regular fucking basis. That shit ain't happening. But, I'm giving you an opportunity to unwind, let your hair down. Now, remember, that's there. This is here.
Right.
So now let's make us. And like, you're not always going to get along.
I think that's what counseling is for.
I agree with you.
Because we don't have the tools. Everybody doesn't know how to do that. Like we were saying, watch some of the drama that we like on TV and take notes and say, this is what I'm not going to do. This is not good. We can always look at other people and determine that it's not good. But when it's us, we're in it and we can't see everything from the inside. So we do have to have somebody that's neutral really trying to give us some strategies, because a healthy relationship doesn't just happen naturally all the time. It doesn't happen naturally all the time. You might want a healthy relationship. You don't know how to have one. You don't know how. You don't know what to do.
I mean, it depends. I'll get to you in a second. Great comment in there a little. I know me waking up with, or being food poisoned or waking up with a gun in my face. That's not something that I consist of a healthy fucking shit.
know
Like
what?
that's
Right.
something shit I know I don't fucking want.
Right.
So when even though if you walk into something and you know what you deserve.
But that's extreme.
No, what I'm saying
talking
is-
about little things.
I mean, here's the
Subtle
thing.
things.
What,
There's
what's
subtle
little and
things.
subtle that you would consider that would be forgivable? Or you're talking about little subtle things that we should pick up on that we should move on from?
I think more or less so that you can pick up on and can move on from, in my opinion.
Are you on the chat or whatever? All right.
Oh, am
So-
I on the chat? Yes.
Yeah. All right, so you got the comments in there.
Okay.
Right? So I think it. We know what. Well, if we don't know what a good relationship is or whatever, I think we at the end of the day know right from wrong.
Yes.
And a lot of times in relationships, we're selfish beings. We're selfish creatures.
Right.
We'll do a lot of things for self. No matter how young or old we are, we've been with ourselves those amount of years more than we've been with the individual that we're dealing with at the time.
Right.
So yes, that situation will be kind of a work in progress. But if you're unable to turn me into we, then that situation is for you. But waking up and being choked to damn your life, you got throats that you have to call cops. Yeah, that's there's certain things that are not forgivable.
Right.
Like I don't care what you did. The fact that a person got to the point to where they actually wanted to end your fucking life, there's no coming back from that.
Right. But what hi Lisa, thank you for joining us again. She's saying that, and it's true, these things don't necessarily happen right away. So now you're already in love with
Okay.
somebody.
No, I mean,
You're already in love with
No,
them, so
I
you're
feel you that.
jaded. You got the rose-colored glasses
Hey.
on. So he does it the first time, and you're like, he was drunk.
no, fuck out of
Nah,
here.
You know what I'm
can't make
saying?
no
That-
excuse for that.
But it happens.
No, I understand. We make
You
excuses for the
excuses
situation.
for it.
And I think, I don't know if it's the starting over, finding someone new,
It is the
or the
starting
fact
over.
that you
It is the
invested
starting
so
over.
much in that
It
situation.
is that too.
And I say,
a whole bunch of
fuck
different
that.
things.
Kiss my ass. I appreciate the time that we had, but obviously this situation is not for me.
Yeah.
And if you have to make excuse with the person you with, that's a fucked up situation.
Or automatically. I used to do that all the
You
time.
know what? The fact that nigga took that Louisville slug in my head, it was my fault because I should have had dinner cooked. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
once you start
But
making
mental
excuses,
abuse comes with physical abuse too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, it does.
Emotional abuse. There's
But it's
people
called
that
abuse.
are manipulators. But you don't know when you're being mentally abused.
Oh,
if it's
hell.
a good mental, if this person is good at what they do, you don't know.
Listen,
because
if you're
they're
coming
good.
home from work every
I'm a
day, getting
listen.
called all types of fat, lazy
I'm a
men.
phenomenal at
listen.
conversation.
It's
but
called. Have you ever heard of narcissistic personality
I understand what you're saying, but you
Okay.
know when shit
Those
ain't right.
people are charming. They will charm you. They will charm.
Right, but even if it's coming out of your drawers or coming out your bank account,
Right.
after the situation, you said to yourself, "Oh, how the fuck did that shit just happen?" Then you knew that was wrong. You make excuse and keep going. Then again, I ain't feeling sorry for you after the first time.
Right.
I'll sit and have a
After
conversation.
The first time,
No, fool me once. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Fool
More
me
people
twice.
gotta be that way. You gotta
Yes,
be that way.
yes,
You gotta
more
be. You
people
gotta put
do
your
have
foot
to
And
do
down.
that.
it's
You
just
gotta
more
decide.
lines
yes.
of, again, no matter how good the relationship was, financially or physically,
Right.
this person tried to end your
are
fucking
you
life.
worth dying? Yeah, is anybody
So
worth
there
dying
is,
over?
yeah,
No,
there's no,
they're not
there's
worth
no,
dying over.
There's no
Nobody
penis
is.
or no vagina
Let somebody else
No.
deal with
worth
that headache.
jumping
Yeah,
off a
that's right.
bridge or whatever for. And the sad part about it, this 12-year-old, 12,
Yeah,
12.
yeah, her life.
No
is-
prom, you know what I mean? No
right.
high school, first boyfriend, first crush, first heartbreak. This young lady is, and I tell people, I don't care how hard you are, carrying a little casket will break anybody the fuck down.
Yeah.
A little ass,
Yeah.
like, that's some serious shit right there.
Her mother should honestly be held accountable. for
Agreed.
that.
I think
Her
in
mother should
situations
be held
like this,
accountable for that.
the mother needs to be in a cell too.
She know what her punishment is that she has to know and deal with for the rest of her life.
Yeah, that she.
What she did caused
Her
this.
daughter.
That's going to lead
That's
into our
punishment
next
enough.
topic, but this is borderline child abuse.
Yeah.
Yes.
You knowingly putting your child in a uncomfortable situation. You don't just leave your child with anybody. And unfortunately, this shit happens a lot.
I know. We talked about that.
And I don't give a fuck if that's a relative or not, because relatives out there sexually abusing kids too.
Hell yeah, those been the main
Look at
one.
Butter. I don't remember her real name. You know, the young lady who was abused by her uncle and shit like that. She approached him at her real name, I always jacked it. I apologize.
Ayana Fayyad from.
So look at
Newark.
this young lady who was being left with a trusted relative. Like, I don't even want my child sitting on a grown person's fucking lap.
Hell
I don't play
no.
that shit. I don't like, there's certain shit,
Yeah.
you know, like, no child, but like this, you know, like, and I think you have to be accountable. Definitely. You know, I mean, look at these, you know, all these child care places now. Shit, they got motherfucking video surveillance too, where you can
cameras.
pop
Hell yeah.
in and check and see what's happening in the situations. And, you know, I think, yeah, shit, she need to be in the cell too. You need to not just know that the fact that you lost your child, but now you're dealing with consequences. Look what happened back in the days when a woman all had to do was like, yo, this nigga put his hands on me, threatened me. They came and locked that nigga up.
They still do that, no?
No. You know why it doesn't happen no more? Because some cops are taking both motherfuckers. They're taking you and the person who called to jail. Now you don't have those calls no more.
Really?
Until it got severe to that situation. Because a woman just call and be like, you know what? I'm going to get you locked up because I could. And now the motherfucking
what are
chicks
they
again-
locking her up for?
I think this is child abuse right here.
No. What would if a woman calls? And
Because
say
they want to do is they want to arrest both parties, go through the system, have an investigation, find out what actually happened. Because women were just calling up, having niggas arrested for just having them dudes just because.
When did this change? I'm just curious.
I think it has in the last 5 years. That's why you don't hear a lot of those calls going out anymore. The only time you get a call is when they really get physical, and then the police show up and you got a knot on your motherfucking forehead. I'm saying situation. So in this situation, it's sad. I swear to goodness, I'm gonna do some research. We're gonna talk to my man, that dancer right there. We're gonna find somebody in Chi-Town. I got some money on your commissary, homie. Take care of this punk ass nigga right here. Yo. This is a punk ass person right here that would sit there and harm a person they knew they couldn't defend themselves.
Sad.
It's a sad situation.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna keep it going. We're never gonna stop. And I'll cut it up later. Don't worry. And since we're talking about a child abuse and other scenarios, we got our girl Tommy here. E, bring us home.
Tommy, everybody loves Tommy. Crazy Tommy.
She just makes you want to like feel for her, like
Yes.
you know what I mean. Like you feel,
She
you look
does.
at her and you feel sorry. It's not like physical or sexual. It's like like she has all this talent.
For the females, it might not be physical or sexual, but a lot of guys are gunning for Tommy. And
No, I think she's fucking not dead gorgeous. But when I look, first thing that come to her mind is, damn, this young lady needs some fucking help.
Yes. Yes, that's what I think all the time.
So she has 2 teenage daughters, and she went to one of her daughter's school and got into a problem with her, hit her head up against the locker, and got arrested for child endangerment, and was released, but tried to contact her daughter, and then was arrested again and charged with stalking and harassment.
Obstruction of the officer, too.
Right.
I
Well,
don't
they
even know
dropped.
what that
I think
meant.
they dropped that.
They did.
But, right. So here she is. She's been in and out of jail so many times. But this case with her daughter, we saw a couple of times she had her daughters in the scenes on Love and Hip Hop, and one where they went to what's Sky Zone, or and it seemed like she had a good relationship with them. It seemed like overall she's trying to take her family to a different level from where they came from. But again, coping mechanisms and anger and frustration, a lot of times, along with chemical imbalances, and we know she has an alcohol problem.
I think it's more than alcohol.
Yeah, I think it's more than alcohol too. So you're at the school. We don't know if you're drunk, you're high, you just got mad at somebody else. We don't know what what it is, but her reaction didn't fit in a school building because teachers don't. they can't relate to that. And I'm not excusing what she did, but as a parent, I can honestly say that sometimes you're going to put hands on your kids. Sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it appears to be worse than what it really is. All right. So maybe she was trying to grab her and her head hit the locker. I mean, seriously.
She did one of those Jedi mind
she might have went to grab her. The girl might have jumped back to get away from her. And her head to hit the locker. The teacher saw it, and they called the authorities. You know, I just feel like it's a situation with a lot of families that don't know how to deal with the issues that they're going through. They don't.
Listen.
Like, they don't know how to deal with the anger and the frustration.
I got degrees. I got kids. I still don't know how to deal with my 15-year-old daughter. Sometimes I want to grab her by her neck and lift her up in the air and throw her somewhere. Sometimes I want to bang her head up against a locker. But at the same time, you got to remember, there's eyes everywhere. If you're in this type of public eye,
right,
you can't be walking up in no school doing no shit like that. You know, you wait to do that till you get home.
Fuck out. You show hours when you get worked out. Unfortunately, I think the white culture is trying to steal or take the minority, especially a lot of Spanish homes, they be fucking their kids up too.
Yeah.
But the minorities household, we grew up with a firm hand.
Mm-hmm.
I remember getting hit with switches, getting damn near knocked the fuck out, popped in the face real quick. We had that general natural fear, and it wasn't abuse. It just was more lines of, you know, you showed out, you showed your ass, you know, you were trying to be a little grown or whatever situation may be, and you got disciplined.
It was probably
right.
abuse.
And I think there's a big difference between discipline and abuse.
Right.
So I think, again, in this day and age, they're taught that you had to speak with your words. And, you know, unfortunately, I don't think what white people understand is our kids ain't telling us, fuck you, go somewhere, you butt bitch, you cunt, I fucking hate you. Somebody be knocked the fuck out somewhere, and then you can come take this motherfucker. And they're going that fucking system, and after they get played with a couple of times, they're gonna run back fucking home.
Exactly.
But in this situation, I thought Tommy Kidd should have been taken away from her a long time ago.
Really?
Tommy young as hell to be having grown-ass fucking kids. And I don't think a lot of people are looking at that. And I mean no disrespect to my family member, I ain't gonna put a name, but one of my family members had a child at 12.
Damn.
At 12.
How old was Tommy when she had? How old is she now?
I think she was 14.
Tommy's in her 30s.
I think she was 14.
Wow.
So the fact that you have grown-ass kids and you still kind of trying to find yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, but you've seen what I've been talking about a long time. The fact that Tommy grew up in a broken home.
Yeah.
A substance abuse home.
Mm-hmm.
Look what she turned out to be. The same thing her mother was.
Yeah.
And yeah, her mother's now trying to regain and fix things. But Tommy don't know how to raise somebody if she wasn't raised properly.
Right.
Now, there are those situations where you do have some people who can break cycles. Obviously, Tommy's not the one. Now, running up on your child, and I don't care, like, there are certain ways to discipline your child. Ram your child head up against a fucking lock is not one of them. I'm sorry.
No.
A quick little pop, you know what I mean? A little look or whatever. Like, I think I had to lay hands on my son once. After that, it was the fear, my voice, my aggressiveness, my size.
Yeah.
I ain't really had to ever again. My daughter, I never had to put hands on her.
But you're a guy too.
But that's what I'm saying. I knew I had that physical, that fear. I ain't had to worry about shit like that. But again, Tommy being raised without that, I ain't ever heard Tommy in the show talk about her father.
Okay, so it says, in an exclusive VH1 interview, she says that she had her first daughter while incarcerated at age 17.
Okay. I had my son at 17.
All right, guys, since she's unfamiliar with the story, Tommy's this loving hip-hop character. She's, you know, good figure, puts in a lot of views on the show, but a lot during her scenes, she's abbreviated, slurred words. She's always fighting. That
I'm
got to the
getting ready to
point.
get him right now. It's inebriated. Thank you very
Inebriated,
much.
sorry.
Not abbreviated.
The fact that they, they had to, it got so bad that they actually did approach her on the show about her substance abuse, and it's more the alcohol than me. So she does have a lot of issues and problems going on, and she has grown-ass kids. I'm sorry. Like, her kids are fucking grown. She had like 4 of them. Niggas is like 20. You know what I'm saying? So
She has 2 daughters.
nah. Them chicks is grown. Like, they were in the kitchen drinking and cooking at the same time
Yeah.
with their moms. You know what I'm saying? But it's just more line, especially having daughters and then having men coming in and out your life. You're showing your kids certain things or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, me personally, I thought her kids should have been taken away from her a long time ago because of the alcohol and the substance abuse.
Okay.
And the fact that it's okay, that she's doing this on live TV because it's generating finances, I have a problem with. I think she should have been in a rehab center. Family members should have taken the kids or whatever situation may be.
Elisa Little says she's a time bomb, which she is.
Agreed. Agreed.
She's a time bomb.
A massive one. And because you see when this young lady explodes, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's not one of those, okay. I tell people, when cameras drop, shit went off fucking script. And I think Tommy's an off-script individual. I think even to this day, I think, the kids are kind of grown, whatever. All right, well, someone needs to step in and put this young lady in some treatment center. I don't think she needs to be on TV if VH1 really gives a fuck about her life, really.
Well, do
and
they
not
really
the ratings.
care about anybody that's on this show?
No.
Everybody's having nervous breakdowns on the show. Moniece.
It's good for ratings, so they're going to keep bringing
I was
them
about
on.
to say, is whatever bringing in the money.
It's going to keep happening. It truly is. So I say for this situation, get this young lady some help.
Yeah.
I don't think at times, depending on the situation, jail is the best thing for you. I think this should be treatment jail.
And get her daughter some help, too.
Agreed.
Because this is a cycle.
She's acting out.
We're stuck in it's called a generational curse, and it's called a cycle that keeps going from family to family. It's passed down generation
and
to
I say no one's
generation.
breaking the cycle.
What I tell you yesterday about mental health.
Right.
A lot of times mental health is inherited.
Right.
We don't want it. We don't want to have issues. But if somewhere down the line it runs in your family, it's almost an automatic that it's gonna, end up being.
I mean, you gotta break the cycle sooner or later. Like me, because me and my mother didn't have the greatest relationship and was abusive, I kept dating women that had those similar traits until it was like, hold on. I don't want, and then you break from it.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm so forceful and aggressive the way I am now. I know what I want, I know what I like, and if I don't get it, I can give 2 shits about you.
Right.
Like, I love me more than I love you. Plain and simple. So, I think for certain people like this, there should be treatment jails, centers, to where they treat people like, jail is a different situation. You need proper counseling. You need to be in an environment that's suitable to the situation, the issues you're going through. So, I wish
nobody's telling her what's wrong, because right now, wherever she is, everybody's sitting around her, telling her how good she is.
She's the bank.
She's the famous one
well, it's
in
not
there.
That. She's the bank. What do you call it? The proper term, but she's the one bringing in the bacon.
Of course. Yeah.
So a lot of people was just sitting there shutting up and lie,
right?
Because she's bringing in the money. Keep drinking, as long as you paying these bills. Because she had this big ass house and like every room was fucking filled.
Listen, at some point you're gonna get tired of being in jail.
Right.
Especially when you
She
that
got
dope.
some people that love this shit.
Nah, man.
Really? Some people that love this shit. So we wished her all the best.
Absolutely.
And her family. So y'all, really start caring about this individual and not what she could do for you. Herself as an individual, she's still young. She can fix a lot of things. I don't give a fuck how she look. If she ain't right mentally, the shit could be, it's just fucked up. So we wish you the best.
Absolutely.
All right, similarities or whatever. You know how we do. Let's talk about it.
Well, there's a young you know, I look at some of the 20-somethings now, and it brings me back to the day when I was balling, driving big fancy cars and all that stuff.
Yes.
And, you know, they're living a life right now because we may have been getting that hood rich money, but some of these young people are really getting real money right now.
Yeah.
And G Herbo is a rapper, and he has already, you know, he's successful. Everybody knows him and his girl. They're like one of those young Bobby Whitney type of situations where they got money and just
Smoke crack or something?
No.
I mean,
Yo.
I'm just saying, like, they're living the life of you know, in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And everybody always has an opinion when your life is on Instagram. So this is an Instagram couple who have, you know, their relationship. They were a sweetheart couple. Everybody loved them. Her name is Ariana. But Taina is Emily B's daughter, and he now is seeing Taina. And he just had a baby with this girl. She put her son's picture in his Halloween costume up on her Instagram page. He screenshot it and put it on his page. And she went under the post and said, "Don't post my son because you haven't seen him. You haven't called us in a week. And you over here with these chicks, you know, these other chicks." And
She blew him up.
she blew him up, and everybody chimed in. Like, all her cheerleaders, who probably don't know either one of them, was on there telling him, "Call your son." And, you know, it's just sad that this is where the culture is going, because the little boy is gonna probably have all types of material things, but he's not gonna have his parents able to be cordial or co-parent because of the emotional stress because this is a young girl with a newborn baby who already is dealing with her man leaving her and being with another girl. So that's going to take a long time for her to be able to accept, unless she finds another guy that's going to take good care of her too, and she'll be over
take
it.
care of shit. Take care of your motherfucking self.
First things first.
Yes.
The exes,
Right.
the baby mamas,
Right.
the ones that you with, y'all don't belong as friends on any type of social media format. That's just my opinion. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. I was telling you about the problem I was having today. You know, my baby
Yeah.
daddy.
It helps you not to be sorry. It just helps you not to look.
Exactly.
Just for yourself to get over it. You don't need to be worried about what he's doing,
For
because
real.
you'll be up all night looking at
Exactly.
it.
Get rid of them. Get rid of them
I
off of
agree.
social media.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't even think couples that are in relationships nowadays should even be friends on social media. That's my opinion. But that's a whole nother topic. I will say, she did what she did for attention.
Right.
She got it. She got the attention from him and whoever else, the cheerleaders that came on and commented, everybody who gave their own opinion. But at the end of the day, it's a little embarrassing. I'd be more embarrassed than anything else. Not feeling like I
embarrassed
justified it.
that he is already flaunting somebody else.
Yes. Embarrassed that he has not called my kid in a week and now everybody knows it. That not only is embarrassing to him, that's embarrassing to her too.
This is the sad part about this lifestyle situation here with people with money and the young, because so many of them are doing it.
Right.
It kills me how you can be in a relationship with someone and not properly protect yourself.
Yeah.
Now I don't give a fuck if you use condoms or not, but why you ain't taking proper birth control?
Right.
Like, having a child by someone, just because you're the mother or the father, it's different stress in it.
But you don't know that at 20 years old.
Well,
You don't.
I mean, if I just
He's
met you,
balling. He's
I-
living.
See, but that's the problem. You're going it. It's the balling. You're not going it. Is he going to be a good father? Does he have good father characteristics? Is he in good places with his parents, whether they're together or not? How does he interact around other people? These are the things we need to be asking and talking, and not saying he balling, knock me up, Laura London, so I could get paid.
Listen, can I ask you a
But
question?
that's the-
Were you thinking
that's
about
the-
any of this stuff when you had your kids? I
No.
wasn't.
What I'm saying, this is the
But that's
problem.
because we're young and immature. You a lot of times you live and you learn. You gotta fall down, you gotta bump your head.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's enough stories that yes, they should be able to look at Fetty with all his kids and all his baby mamas fighting on the social media. I mean, on
Lil Wayne.
reality shows. He could have a reality show. What was the guy's name that died in a car accident? He was gonna have all his baby mothers on the show.
Oh, hell no.
And
I
it
never
didn't
heard
come
of
to
that.
me his name. He had like 10 baby mamas, and he was gonna have a show with all of them. Shorty Low, he died in a car accident. So I mean, all I'm saying, I digress, but all I'm saying is that you got these young girls all living in that realm right now where money, excitement, parties, clubbing, all that stuff, they can't see past that.
Or maybe she wanted to get pregnant to make sure that she can collect on finances.
Oh my God. Or maybe he got
if
her
that was
pregnant
the
on
case,
purpose.
she
Oh, I
would
know
be-
dudes getting chicks pregnant on purpose all the time. Like, yo, you look good. I'm gonna be in your life forever, bitch.
Right.
Forever.
Yeah, you better knock that up. I heard that.
Forever.
Yes.
Yes, but if she was that type, that's the difference between the baby mamas who are still friends with you and they don't care what you do. You can tell the type, like she wouldn't be on there complaining. She'd be getting her
Well, she
check
don't
and
complaining
she'd be
because
happy.
she figured that she should still be in the place that she want to be in. And I would tell you, like a person to show you during the course, I would say, I don't care what a person tells you. They'll show you if they actually want you around, if they appreciate you being around. Just because you got knocked up or pregnant, don't mean that person wanted you around.
A lot of times, it's
appreciate
when you
having
get pregnant that they change on you.
Hell yeah.
They
You
said
seen
they
this
wanted.
shit
He was on.
Yo, I agree with
listen,
that.
when you
100%.
once you have somebody's baby, they totally push you to the side.
It's true.
Like you're not the same chick that he wanted to be.
It's true.
Walking around,
Using
taking you
kids
around.
to get paid. You're absolutely right.
Listen, I read a meme that said it's crazy how you can be like completely in love with somebody one day and then completely off of them the next.
He wasn't in
Yeah.
love. Like I said, we get
Could've
caught
been.
up in the moment. Oh man, look, I've never went to this place before. I've never had these conversations with a person before. I've never had this much fun with a person before. And we're running head forward. No, take your time. Get to know someone. Communicate. I'm not saying you don't have your fun, but there are certain things that shouldn't happen in the beginning of a relationship. And that's getting knocked the fuck out.
Well, God has said, at this point, a lot of the young girls are labeling getting the bag by having his kid.
Well, then that's it. We're going to get into another, leading into the next topic. There are situations where, yes, there are people out here, Laura London, who don't want to get married, but yes, want to have kids, so they, having failed careers or not as successful careers as they think they should have had, they're still able to live a specific type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's called child support, not we support.
Yeah.
Not me and my child support.
Right.
You shouldn't be living off your, because all these women getting all this big ass money, I guarantee you 5% of them have trust funds or some kind of financial situation set up for the kids.
Yeah.
5%. And I think I'm being high on that. That where part of the
Yeah.
money that comes in goes into a savings account. Is being stocked somewhere, saved somewhere. No, it's, I need this. Oh, we need that. Where we fuck we? Where get weed from?
Yeah.
50 Cent gave his mother $1 million fucking dollars. That bitch was broke in 2 weeks.
All right. Okay. Okay. I understand what you're saying. I don't disagree with you, but I just want to know if a woman is taking care of your child and you're paying child support, does that go into the rent, the car?
It go into whatever the hell it needs to. If the child is living in your house, guess what? You take some of that money that you get in
None of
child
that
support,
support
you pay
goes
towards
towards $7,000 weave,
Oh my God, who is putting
$3,000 fucking purse. That support, no.
No.
That
All right,
support,
but I asked you
no.
the
Gas,
rent.
light, hell yeah.
Okay,
That's
all
part
right,
of
all
support.
right. I just
But
wanna
I'm
be
talking
sure.
about,
You
I,
wilding sometimes.
you got $7 trillion fucking head. You got this new whip. You out popping bottles and shit. Kids looking raggedy as shit.
Yeah, that's
Well,
not
that's
good.
not.
That's not good.
That's not.
And that's what a lot of this shit is happening.
That's sad.
So in situations like this, I say, listen, I don't feel sorry for you. I'm sorry, that's just me. I'm hard like that. You should have knew who you were dealing with before you got knocked up. You know what I mean? I don't care. There's condoms. Pull out before you come. No, I'm going to pull you out, nigga. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
I ain't no holes in condoms. I'm taking the shot. I'm taking pills. You ain't giving me no antibiotics. All that stuff needs to be taken into consideration in the beginning of a relationship. Again, I need to see, and I tell guys all the time, before you knocking these chicks up, you need to see how them interact with their family.
With their other kids, if they have
with
any.
with her mother relationship is like, what her mother looks like.
You know what?
No, I'm serious, because you got some women that look good, they get pregnant, they fall the fuck off.
You know what?
If I met you a certain way, you're gonna be that way. And I ain't saying you ain't gonna gain weight or what the situation
Y'all
may
don't
be.
stay the same either. Like, knock it off.
I'm not
Y'all-
saying you
y'all
don't.
be
But the way
really-
you meet a person is the way they should stay. Motherfucker, we go to the gym together. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna do something.
Yeah.
But ain't no way in hell you talking about baby fat and your child 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some shit. Baby fat, after like 9 to 10 months, baby fat go, hey, you just super comfortable now. You ain't trying to work that shit out. Yeah. So in this situation, the man has moved on from you. It may hurt. It may not be what you think is right, but it's what he's doing to you. If you are as wonderful as a person as you think or you believe you are, there's another man out there that wants you.
Yes.
What up,
D Holla.
Yeah, Holla, that's my dude.
D Holla, hey. He knows who I am.
What do you got? What do you say?
He said child support money pays for everything, then don't ask for extra money. If you're paying child support, a lot of men are on paper, and when it comes to the birthdays, they'll come. But I mean, if it's a birthday,
it's always because I'm a man. I'm on child support, both my kids. It's a double-edged sword because you pay child support, but your child still needs other things, and it's like you're fighting and debating. Well, I do want to get this for my child, but I pay child support, so why should I? Nah.
Right, but the mother's not, that child support isn't going to go towards, like, say there's a birthday party, and the birthday party costs $500. That child support has been spent on the clothes,
so now
the school clothes,
we're gonna go this way on that
So
one.
now I call you up and say, I want to give them a party. Can you go half with me on the party? Are you really going to say no because I pay child support?
But first of all, you say go anything. Call a person up. I would like to have a party.
Right. Are you gonna?
You could
is
do
there
to help.
anything you could contribute to it? And I always think a lot of people do stuff. It's the way you ask. Because
Right.
a lot of men don't want to be on child support, but a lot of you motherfuckers need to be on.
Yeah.
Right.
If your child ain't eating 2 weeks, nigga, and you sitting there in motherfucking Sammy's City Island and shit
And
with a
that
bottle of water,
happens a lot of
a bottle of
times.
water is like
I'm telling
$50
you,
fucking
it
dollars,
happens.
then something's wrong.
Because a lot of guys
I'm
are
saying
on
it does
child
happen.
support, but they're not paying what they're supposed to be paying on child
I
support.
get you on that. See, that's why I fucks with D Holla. You have a lot of women out there that do have the job and they want to spend their money. Here's the thing.
He said,
I think, this is why I fucks with my dude. I think that it's called child support and rent, all that stuff is included.
Absolutely.
Now, if you want to do something more, then that's on you. But I think the woman needs to understand the fact that he's on child support, he's not obligated
right.
to do anything more than that. So for you to get mad and keep his child from him because of it, that's wrong. I see a lot of times where you have women who don't ask for extra shit and they don't put that motherfucker through extra shit. They do more.
Yeah.
Like paying
Right.
a phone bill.
Right.
Or,
That's true.
all right, I want my child to have a phone, pay the phone, I'm going to pay the phone bill. That's me. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what? You need a little clothes, you need a haircut like me. I make sure my child head is done.
But honestly, a lot of the child support, the mother is paying way more than what she's getting in child support. If you
Hell
look,
yeah.
if you look
What do you
at
mean
the
she's paying?
in other words,
Coming out her
what the
pocket.
child support is not enough to support.
Well, I
that
mean, on
child.
our level, we're talking about these motherfucker levels. No, it's different. Like
Well,
when
yeah.
Puffy was
Right,
paying
right,
$25,000 a week with child support, bitch, it ain't that much fucking care in the world.
Exactly.
Right.
But these are people who also have, like they live.
Their
lavish. They got
expenses
the-
are. That's
What
another
expenses
thing.
are $25,000 a fucking
It
week?
might be.
If you have
Listen,
a spot that costs $50,000 a
Then,
month,
bitch, you need a better fucking job.
Yo, you know what?
I'm sorry. It's called child support. Yes, you are included because you have my child, but I'm not paying your fucking bills. That's the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Me paying
That's the difference,
$25,000 a fucking week is paying your motherfucking bills.
Right.
That's a fucking problem.
Okay, but on a regular level.
No, even on a regular
you
level.
know, a lot of guys that know that they won't get a warrant for their arrest. It's a 2-week warrant status.
They
That's
still
fact
don't
that-
go looking for them.
If
They
niggas
still
are
don't
nah,
go looking
it
for
depends on the
2-week warrant
situation.
status.
If you miss
And
2
then-
payments in a row, then yeah, they'll come
And
looking
then
for you.
you only have to pay
Where?
a part of that payment.
Well, I mean, again-
and your arrears is growing.
If they
and you're
arrest
not
you, they
paying
put you
the
in jail
arrears.
and make you only pay $1,000.
They don't
My
do that
baby
anymore
father
'cause the
owes
jails are crowded.
$18,000
They
in
let
child
them.
support.
Right,
He's
exactly.
got a warrant out for his arrest.
Right.
He lives in Carteret. You know what they keep telling me? Yeah. You know what they keep telling me? Listen, until he slips up, we're not going from Bergen County to
No, they're
Carteret.
not. They're not going to look for him. They'll wait. Here's the problem. They'll wait till he gets pulled over or he gets caught. He gets arrested. Then they'll go after the money because it's more lines of, all right, you're in jail. You want to get out. You're going to come out your pocket with a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
So that's the way that situation is. It's sad, but again, I look at the two individuals involved. If you took more time to get to know that person, a lot of the situations wouldn't be. Or, and the best way I always say, if you took half of the child support and put it into a trust fund, you wouldn't have a lot of these problems either. Because you do have a lot of women out there, especially those people, women are getting help. They keep having kids every 3rd year because they know when they get kicked off or they want to send them out there to do job
Right.
placements and shit like that. They keep having a child, especially in Patterson.
What is it? Wait, I'm so lost. I don't even know how that shit work.
In Patterson, there's a system where there's Abbott's, I forgot what they call it, where as soon as the child hits 3, there's free school.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
But
when they
you
want
have
to put.
now you have to be enrolled in a program or school or work program, or you have to work. You have to do something.
Well, no,
to
that's what I'm
that.
saying. So what they do is when that time that three hit, they get pregnant again, they have a child. So they don't have to go be a part of that work system. They can still stay on the system. These chicks is having
Shout out
kids
to Patterson.
every 2.5 years. These chicks is having kids to make sure they don't get out of that system.
That's crazy.
Bring this one home. Get out of here. We're gonna do one more. We gotta go. If the person tells you they don't want you, believe them. I understand it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's not gonna be what you want to happen. But stop trying to make people do something that do what they don't want to do.
Yeah.
I always tell you, a person could tell you they love you, but if they're sitting there sleeping with your best friend, that's not love. A person showing you they love you is way different than a person telling you. Believe what a person is showing you, not what they're telling you. And
Right.
it will help a lot of the situations that we're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're talking about child support, and what's feasible for child support. Oh, damn, I put the wrong one up.
What did we
We're
say
not going
when
to talk
we was
about that.
passionate about the last one.
What?
Oh, never mind.
Go ahead, talk. Go
And
ahead.
when you said we wanted to start with, I said we can't start with that one.
Oh, no, I wanted to.
That was the Tommy Lee, wasn't it?
No,
Oh, I
Tommy,
don't know.
we put the Tommy in.
Okay.
We're talking about child support.
Yes.
With Chris Brown and his,
This
baby
is
mother.
ridiculous. This is crazy.
What the crazy?
$21,000 a month.
What's it? Ajay? What's got a new person in there?
Ajay.
Is this?
Hi.
What's good? I think I don't want to shout the person out. I think I know who this one is. What's good? How you doing? Sounds good. Thanks for tuning in. Child support situation here. Here we have. We're gonna rush through this one so we can get to Cardi B. I want to get to Cardi B one. Chris Brown here.
Oh, we didn't do Jennifer Lopez either.
All right, we'll run it through. We got 10 minutes. We're going to run them through. All right, so we have Chris Brown here, who did the adult thing. He got together with the mother of his child and come to an agreement that works for both parties. He's currently paying $2,500 in child support. She wanted him to, a month. She wanted him to pay $21,000 in child support a month.
Right.
He did the smart shit. He came to an understanding that worked for both parties. And what I mean is, he decided to get the lawyers and everything involved, but now he's going to pay more than $2,500, but he's not paying the $21,000 that she wanted.
Yeah.
He helping her out with a new house, new crib, about $100,000 worth between that and the lawyer fees. I'm loving Chris more and more every day. He's paying for her lawyer fees. He's paying to get her a better crib. And yes, he's paying it now, not to pay it later.
Right.
So
Right.
he found a balance between the $2,500 and the $21,000. And instead of him paying the $21,000 every single month, he'll probably be paying around $15,000. Let's say that. I don't know what the number is, but let's say $15,000, which will save him. His daughter's only 4. So if you multiply that $5,000 to $6,000 he's saving every month for the next 14 years, he's saving out right here. And the fact that he's able to have an understanding with her that is beneficial to both parties, instead of saying, fuck that bitch, she ain't getting no more money.
Right.
And her saying, well, fuck that shit ain't enough. You got 2 grown adults that are doing the best for the child, and I like this. What do you ladies think?
Yeah, I think it's cool. When you have money, a lot of times it's not a big fight as when you don't have money.
Yeah. I think-
Everybody, like even with Puffy, everybody gets along because they.
No,
what
he
they
paid. He
mad
didn't get
about?
along. He went to court. They just hit that nigga with that shit. He was like, fuck that shit. I ain't trying to pay that shit.
But I mean, overall, the celebrities don't have the same stress and problems because they have the money to work it out. That's all. Like,
I'm not
she's
saying they don't have the money to...
She's not worried about food in the refrigerator.
Well, no, I think it's different. Even on our level child support, there's still an understanding where you could come through to an understanding to where, like, my daughter's mother, I was paying more money out of pocket than when she put me on child support.
Really?
Because I was buying my daughter clothes every 2 weeks.
Okay.
I was traveling, food, whatever it needed. I was doing it. I was paying about $500 about every week, every other week. I was paying that. And then because she felt some type of way, she thought putting me on child support would hurt. She lost like $400.
Listen, I'm going Monday to go put my baby's daddy on child support. All he gives me now is $500 a month for 4 kids. And we agreed on that. Okay?
I'm so sorry.
No,
Yo, I'm fucks with Holla, man. I'm telling you. He's like Chris Brown lawyer, need to come to the hood, help the fellas out.
you know what? He's a mess. I think I'm going to get more than $500 a month.
Well, I
But
think
this is the way he wants it to be.
what a lot of people don't understand when it comes to child support, it's just like a divorce. It's assets.
Uh-huh.
People can hide money. I say it more lines, and it's just me. If a person don't want to do for their child, fuck them. They'll have to deal with the child when the child grows up.
Yeah.
The child will see what's going on. And I know you say it's not the same, but when a child grows up and not give 2 shits about their father hurts more than you taking them to court or dragging them through the mud.
It's true.
But
It's
we
true.
don't take. This is the thing. 9 times out of 10, we don't want to go through the hassle and the headache and the frustration either. They treat us. The judge will treat us just as bad as they treat the father. So it's not like it's like exciting to do it. So a lot of times we're doing it because he's not doing what he should be doing on his own,
Right.
and he's forcing you into a situation where you have no other choice but to take him and put him on child support. Nobody's just sitting around saying, "Oh, I want to put you on child support." You're not doing you're not helping, so you have to be put on child support.
Yeah, he
a
asked
lot
me
of
to.
women, if you don't need it, if I didn't have to do it, I wouldn't even be bothered with it because it's a headache.
No, this is what I said. A person's going to do what they want to do. And like I said, I would rather, just like, I've never said anything bad about any of my baby mothers in front of my kids, even though I don't get that same respect in return. My child, when my kids they see the love, they see the care, and they see the passion that I give them. And it's not about what you're saying, because they see what there's difference in me. So now I'm getting calls, it's like, yo, oh, they showing out now. I don't give a shit. They don't do that when they with me.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what they do when they with you.
But
But
why
it's
do
all-
men not want to pay child support? Like,
Well, there are a lot-
that's your
lot-
child.
to a lot-
Why do you have a problem with
We're
that?
going to say this, we're going to get to one more before we get out. We'll do the Jennifer, we get out of here. A lot of men, it's a package deal. If I don't have you, I don't have these kids too.
Yeah.
And it's
Unfortunately.
not right, but unfortunately, there are a lot of fucked up motherfuckers out here that are saying, well, if I can't have the pussy with it, then I don't want the kids.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or if I can't have this and I don't want the kids, and you let that roll. And I'm telling you, all these fucking TV shows you see these motherfucking fathers begging for their kids to love them or appreciate them, and the motherfuckers like kiss my motherfucking ass. Ain't nothing hurt worse than that. Not no amount of money you could put on your child telling you fuck you, or they don't give a fuck about you. Because we all get old. Every second, every minute, we getting older. And when your child won't even give a fuck if you getting fed or not, if you ate or not, that shit hurt. All right, so what we're going to do with Jenny, we're going to do Cardi, we're going to do, because we got one more, we out.
I think we should do Jenny.
Let's do
Jenny?
Yeah.
All right, let's do Jennifer Lopez.
Ow, look, that's what my dress gonna look like. I lose like 100 pounds.
I can't stand this bitch.
No.
Nah.
Oh, I'm surprised. I thought I was trying to give you a treat before.
Oh, no, I'll give two shits. Body, all that shit don't mean nothing to me. To me, it's all mental and physical, like mentally. If I can have a conversation with you, I can do anything with you. I say it from this standpoint. If
So
someone,
you think she's too wrapped up in her?
I think at the age of 50, she's 49. Yes, there are a lot of women out there, older women, especially those women of color, who age very well. But you have the money to get surgery, to get the gym memberships. There are women out here who just naturally look fucking good.
Yeah.
Or take care, whether it's a setup or a push-up, they take care of themselves.
Yeah.
For someone who's worth $380 million fucking dollars, I think she wants attention way too fucking much for me.
Yeah.
Way too much for me. She always wants to be that Jenny on the block, and I'm down to earth. And then we hear about what this bitch wanted when she was a part of American Idol. She wanted platinum paper towel and all this other shit. No, Jenny from the block wasn't all about that. So what you want to be seen as and what you actually are bothers me because they're two different people.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
agree with
She's had
that.
a lot of
You
different
still look
narratives
good.
and
You
relationships.
physically still look good. But I tell people all the time, most women look good till they open their fucking mouths. And a man will tell you, she is like, for every bad bitch, there's a nigga out there tired of her shit.
Yeah. Many of them. She's had a lot of them.
You know what I'm saying? And I think the best
Ben Affleck
relationship
and-
she had was the one with Puffy.
No, I think she did good with Mark Anthony too.
No, she didn't, because she pieced out on that nigga. It was a business move.
What
With Puffy, there was
Jimmy
actually
Swaggart.
true love, but her team, when he was going through that little shootout,
Yeah.
her team was like, for your career.
Right.
And she parted ways with him. And I understand you chose your career. That's cool. You got kids, you happy, whatever situation may be. But I'm sorry, you got kids, you ain't happy because look at the shit that keep happening. You keep doing the same shit at 49 you was doing when you was 20. Fly girl and shit, getting broke back. You know what I mean? She was getting pounded by a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
But it's just more lines of, yes, you change your style up and all that stuff, but you not this sunshine, golden halo shit.
You know, a lot of the men that she was with, she changed them all. Like if they were out with her in
Yeah, she
public,
need
they
to
had
humble
to wear a
herself.
suit. They had to be very, very dapper. Like now she's with A-Rod.
Right.
Every time you see A-Rod, he's got on like a double-breasted.
Oh, he's an asshole.
$1,800 suit.
He's a
Like, they-
general asshole.
Ben Affleck
But I
too.
guess
She
it
changed
works
him.
for, well, shit. Ben Affleck, him and what's his name getting a divorce?
Yeah.
After all these fucking years.
Jennifer?
Yeah, they're getting a divorce. I thought they were so good together.
Me
Yeah.
too. I didn't know
But
that.
hey, shit happens.
But he has like
Yeah, he got some
he has
demons.
drug problems.
He got some demons.
Okay.
And I guess it got to the point where she couldn't deal with it anymore.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
back to Jenny. To be as popular as you are, to be as successful as you are, the fact that you trolling like this, I look at you in disgust.
I like the dress. I don't like the color.
Yeah, he got way more money than J-Lo.
Who, A-Rod?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A-Rod? Yes.
Yeah. They got a lot more.
Shit, Puffy did too.
Not at the time.
You don't think so?
He didn't have more than her. Because remember, that was still around the age where Puffy was still trying to solidify himself. I mean, Puffy's worth $600-700 million now, but back then it wasn't nowhere near what it is now. He didn't finish jerking everybody yet. It happens from time to
Thought I
time.
told you that we won't stop.
Yeah, stop taking your fucking money. That's what it did. Thank you for stopping by.
Oh.
I didn't get to
have
talk about it.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
I mean, I think that I agree with you about her personality, and that doesn't. I think what a lot of women fail to realize, if you have a nice body and that's what a lot of people give you attention for, it can be a curse. It can ruin you because you fall short in your character and your personality because now you're only paying attention to your body. If you're confident, it shouldn't just be about because you have a nice body. You know what I mean? It's the same
It's
as
self-esteem. That's something you could get credit for. Like you look at a lot of these Instagram model type females, they get a post. If you could get 10,000 posts cooking something in the kitchen as you do with thongs and shirts with your nipples and shit showing, then I'll give you credit. But with every photo is butt naked because you're looking for attention, and you were like, I can't find a serious relationship. I wonder why. No man should know.
You got tattoos on your arm?
Oh, absolutely. No man should know every intricate part of your body. The only person that should know it is the people that was blessed to be with you in your bedroom.
Yeah.
But the fact that I know what your vagina look like and how fast it gets wet, and I ain't never feel it, that's a fucking problem.
Yo, you know.
I think it brings a lot of attention that you don't necessarily need all the time. Like, I think it's a good thing, but if it goes to your head, it's a bad thing.
Here's the thing. The person you with should make you feel like the sexiest fucking being in the world at all times. So there is no going to your head.
To.
The person's
But they're too
supposed
busy on Instagram looking at everybody else. So.
That lets you know. That lets you know something. You with the wrong motherfucker.
Yeah, I think beauty and face value and superficiality is all a gift and a curse. It depends. You can't use it everywhere at every time.
Agreed. I mean, you can't bring that in. I mean, I think we don't know what what's that word I'm looking for?
Je ne sais quoi?
Nah, a person being
pulling out French on us.
a person being genuine. We're so used to not being surrounded by true happiness, true feelings. Mm-hmm. People who really do give a fuck about whether you breathe or not. Yeah. It's all about this person's with me because of this particular situation. I mean, look at all these, look at Anna Nicole Smith with the billionaire. Bitch, please.
She still got Hep C?
Bitch, please. She died. She
died? Was it from Hep C?
You're talking about
she's talking about something different.
The girl from Baywatch.
Oh,
you're talking about her.
Oh, okay.
He's talking about
the
Anna
one that
Nicole
had
Smith,
the kid.
she wanted to die like Marilyn Monroe, and she
Yeah.
did. She wanted to live her life just like Marilyn Monroe, and her son died of an overdose, and then she died of an overdose.
I think it was just, again, history repeats itself. People go by what they see. What they were raised as, what was a part of their lives. It's a sad situation. I think she's way better than that. I think she is beautiful. But, as soon as she opened her mouth, she ugly as shit.
Yeah.
And that happens to men, too, not just women. If you open with physicality and financial, you can't be mad when that's all the person wants from you.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for Goddess for showing up.
No problem.
Goddess, the show is tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Make
7-ish.
sure you tune in around 7:15. We'll be up.
Yes.
Thank you for everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody. Thank you.
Commenting too.
Thank you. Chicks and Flicks will be back next week, y'all. Thank you.